we've commissioned titles the last 2.5 years. They've been very impactful. So if you look at a recent title, which was Aníkúlápó, which we launched a few weeks ago, I hope many people here have seen it. But that was very, what we used to call like a village movie, but heightened in terms of how it was produced, production values, the way the story was told. And we gave feedback to Kunle, and it's like, it's a bit slow, like on streaming services, there are a lot of options available on streaming services. So people really come in, if they don't like a title, within a few minutes they're out, so because they've got options, they're not coming to a cinema where they sit and they bought their popcorn, so they've got to just last a bit longer. So we normally say, look, can you tweak this or tweak that? We give some good feedback to our creators. And, in this instance, the creator understands, what that story, the heart of the story, what the people wanted to see around that story. And he was able to say, well, actually, this is a story I think is very authentic to the people. And we as a platform have to sit back and say, okay, let's really listen to, what he sees as a very experienced director, and the writer's vision as well. So we were able to just lean into, that vision of the creator, and the impact was humongous. It's a huge title. It's been in top 10 around the world, top 10 in over 24 countries. We had, it's crazy. So in terms of non-English, a lot of our titles have traveled in Nigeria. We've had, everyone saw Glamour Girls. Yes, there were some issues around some of the, feedback we got around it, but the concept of it and the fact that it's a locally relevant story that traveled to over 54 countries, as in top 10, 54 countries around the world, the 190. So that's how our stories can, we're creating this great platform where these stories can be, kind of consumed by people around the world. And what we're just encouraging our partners and creators in the world, just make it authentic. Yes, we want the production values to become better and better as we go along. But we're seeing the difference from 2.5 years to what we're seeing in terms of all the shows that are coming through. We've got House, Far From Home, which is a plug. Sorry, it's coming out on Netflix, and that's coming out in a few. But again, the quality standards you'll see is just improving. But yeah, overall, the real key message here is that local, authentic stories are what people want. They want to see, the way you want to see Korean stories and represent Korea, people want to see real Nigerian stories. They want to see real South African stories. And if you look at Blood and Water, even though it felt like elitist in South African context, in a preppy school, around the world, and that title had over 14 million, kind of people that around the world that watched it, that actually started accounts that watched it. So that's again 14 million around the world. Where would you get that platform to give you that opportunity? So yeah, anyway, our titles are reaching, and we'll get to a point like in the music industry where we start to cross over more broadly. But we're already seeing that with our titles. They're crossing over not only diaspora audiences, but titles like Blood Sisters, and that really crossed over across. We could see where it's, we think it's our core diaspora, but then we can see when it goes beyond that as well. So we're very excited and encouraged by the impact of our titles.